My turn, so make sure I don't run over. And a big thank you to Diona. Like I'm very tickled to be here. And the fact that she wasn't afraid of little Nikki Ransom, like a lot of people can be. Especially, in a church, but as we know, sex is very important. So of course we are about to talk about ways to upgrade your relationships and how to be better women to your spouses. And this is things to know even if you are single and still looking, because the better prepared you are for that man, when he does get there, then the smoother things are going to be. The more value he is going to see in you. And as the saying goes, when the queen is ready, the king will appear. Yes. That was a fantastic introduction, so I guess I don't have to really go into too much of, my credentials or anything. So we can jump right into it. But I do give relationship tips and sex education enhancement to couples, groups, large audiences, because I want to teach the importance and the beauty of sex, and for people to understand that sex isn't something dirty, it's not something to be ashamed or embarrassed about. Sex and sexual desire is actually a gift from the Creator. So again, I'm very grateful to be able to be in this kind of venue to tell you all how it is a gift from God. Tip number 1. Oh, and before I do get started too, these tips are for a good man. Not for a piece of trash that we think we can turn into a good man. More often than not, ladies, we will really want that man. We see our friends getting married and in relationships, and just like, oh, why can't I have somebody? And you'll pick up the first man that shows you some attention, and you think you can change him, you think you can mold him, when that's not the case. Like, you need a good man that is good before he even gets to you. You can't change him. So tip number 1. All good relationships start with self. If you don't have yourself in order, if you don't have your self-esteem in order, if your life isn't in order, it's not just going to all of a sudden get fantastic when that man comes. I've been guilty of this myself. I'll be feeling bad about myself and my life, and I think, well, once that man comes, I'm going to feel so much better. Life is going to be amazing, and everything is going to be rainbows and glitter. When it has to be rainbows and glitter before he even gets there. Like, you have to have that self-esteem. You have to be pursuing that life that you want, your dreams, your goals. And you can't put a pause on that just because you're trying to get that man. Like, fulfill yourself now so you feel amazing and that you are amazing. Because a good man wants a good woman. We can't have a list of where he has to be handsome, he has to have this kind of job, make this kind of money, be this tall and blah, 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 but we have nothing going for ourselves. Like, we cute and we think that that's it. You can't just be cute. Like, you have to bring something to the table too. So, working on self. If you have, self-esteem issues or, anything that's going on within yourself, even if you're already married in a relationship, like, it's never too late to begin improving yourself and working on yourself and becoming a better woman. It's never too late. And then you want to keep evolving, like keep bettering yourself, keep improving yourself, keep becoming more and more amazing so that man that is with you is just falling in love over and over and over again, because he's just like, I have this wonderful woman and she's getting better each year. He's not going to want to stray because he's like, I have everything right
That's right,
here.
that's right, that's right, that's the goal.
Tip number 2, deal with your emotional baggage.
That's right.
We all have past issues and insecurities, from maybe not having the best relationship with our mom, maybe having 0 relationship with our father, perhaps being abused in past relationships, cheated on in past relationships, things that happened in our past. It stays with our subconscious, and we don't understand how powerful our subconscious is and how it influences our conscious decision-making and actions. So it's important to deal with what's going on inside yourself and do that self-assessment. Think about your actions, your negative thought patterns, when you're in relationships. Like, if you see yourself, thinking, men are no good, they all dogs, they all lie, they all cheat, then that means you've got something within yourself that you need to work on. If you find yourself acting out in relationships, jealous tendencies, I gotta look through your phone, I gotta look through your Facebook, look on your Twitter, what's going on your Instagram, that really has nothing to do with him. It has more to do with you.
Yes.
So we have to deal with our emotional baggage and release some of that emotional baggage. You know, like Erica said, bag lady, you're going to hurt your back, dragging all them bags like that. And
That's
when they
true.
see you coming, they going to take off running. So release that emotional baggage. You know, do that self-assessment. You know, see where you need to improve yourself. And it may hurt, you know, to dig into your past. You know, this happened to me. My dad wasn't there. My mom really wasn't there. You know, I feel bad about myself. I feel like I really don't deserve love. You have to look within yourself, and it hurts, but like I say, it's growing pains. So you want to travel through that, because when you come out on the other side, you'll be the most amazing woman ever, because you've dealt with your issues that a lot of people are too afraid to deal with. Tip number 3 is my tip called check yourself before you wreck yourself. We want to watch our language and watch our tongues and how we are speaking to our men.
That's true.
You know,
That's true. That's
we will
true.
feel that since they aren't as emotional creatures as we are, that they don't still have emotions. So we want to really, you know, pay attention to, are we speaking to our man with respect and with love and with care? Even if you are angry and have an attitude, you still want to make sure that you are speaking to your man, you know, in a respectful way. You know,
That's right.
we could be having an argument, he says something to you, and that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, we don't want for him to feel like I just voiced my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinion, and she just shot me down and said it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That's going to cause him to clam up and not want to share his innermost feelings and thoughts with you when you are his wife. You know, you are the person that's supposed to accept and understand, you know, everything that's coming from your man. And in your relationship, you want to have that safety and vulnerability where you two can be at your rawest, your most sincere, open, sharing just all the ugly crap that's inside of you, but you know that your mate, you know that you're still safe with your mate.
That's
You
right.
can
That's
share
right.
that,
That's right.
You two can build and help
That's
each
right.
other, and you're not going to shoot each other down and make each other feel bad about what's going on inside of you. Tip number 4, let a man be a man.
That's right.
Yes.
God let him be a man.
You know, our men, they're so wonderful. You know, they're the head of the household. And if you want him to be the head of the household, you have to let him be the head of the household. So women, sometimes we want to be in control, and a lot of times we want to be in control and controlling because of fear. Because we think the more in control we are of everything, the less chances we have of getting hurt. But then the more control that you are of everything, the less of a man he's going to be. And if a man is not feeling needed and wanted, he is not going to stay. He's not going to be happy with you. He's not going to feel like a man. He's not going to be fulfilled. So a man definitely has to feel needed and wanted where he's at, and he has to be the man of the house. And ladies, you know, the tone of the relationship starts and begins with us. Like, I love how much power we have, you know, as women. And we think being submissive to our men is a bad thing, but being submissive to our men is really a good thing, and really it's a powerful thing. And ladies, we have so much power in our relationship.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's something that we have to understand. So let your man be a man. Praise and compliment him. And let him know you are a good man. You do this so well. You are so handsome. You are so intelligent. You know, let him know how wonderful you think he is. And then show your appreciation for him, whether it's big or small. You know, thank you, you know, for paying the bills. Thank you for taking care of our family. Thank you for fixing, you know, the tire, big or small. You know, you want to always show your appreciation for him and show him that he is loved, you know, within his home. Treat him like a king.
That's right. That's right.
If you have a good man at home, then yes, you should treat him like he is king. We know that it is very easy for men to behave like a piece of trash and still get everything they want. You know, we see the rappers and all of that with women just doing whatever they want, and they are no good. But if you have a man that's choosing to be good, but he sees all the rewards, you know, of being, you know, crazy or willy-nilly, but if he chooses to be good, you need to let him know how much you love and appreciate him for being that good man. So treat him like a king. Cook for him, clean for him, support him, love him unconditionally. You know, my husband, he'll get in trouble if he cleans, not for not cleaning, because I I'm a bit old-fashioned. I don't like for my husband to clean. I don't, I feel like he's the king of the castle, and I like to spoil him like that because he's a good man, and I feel like he deserves it. Number 6, stay actively involved in your relationship. And just because you've gotten married and, you got the ring, now you're like, okay, we'll just cruise this out. I can just keep things the same. Like, you want to stay actively involved. Keep, your communication open. Keep seeking ways to make your relationship better. Have a conversation with your man. Is there anything more that you need from me? Like, am I fulfilling you as a wife? Do you, need more communication? Do you need more sex? Am I being sexually open enough for you? You always want to check in with him to, get like your wife report card. See how you are doing and see how you can improve, and then vice versa. You're going to let him know, like, this is what I need, you to do, so we can keep advancing and loving each other and having a fantastic relationship. Number 7, even though you are his wife, you need to continue to be his girlfriend and even be his mistress.
That's right.
Wife,
That's
girlfriend,
right.
and mistress, all in one. He's going to be a happy man. When you were dating that man, you made sure that your hair was tight, your bra and your panties matched, you were all cute, your toes were done, your nails were done, your makeup, like you made sure that you were just everything. Like when you get that ring, you don't want to slow down and just fall off, and then he comes home and you in sweats with a rag around your head and maybe some crust on the side of your face. You don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. You want to keep it sexy, with lingerie, some costumes. Flirt with your man. Even if that is your husband of 20 years, you still want to flirt with him and show him that, I still want you just as bad as the first day.
That's right.
That
That's
we
right.
met and got together. Number 8, keep sex a priority.
That's right.
If you do your research or do some reading on this, a man's sexual fulfillment is very closely tied to his happiness. Like, men actually have a need to feel wanted and desired by their wife. Like, it's literally a need, not just because, I want to, have this physical action, have an orgasm. Like, sex is so much deeper than that. Like, so much, more beautiful than that. Besides just the health benefits that we get from sex, which is awesome in itself, like less stress, better sleep, reduces the chance of stroke, heart attack, breast cancer, prostate cancer, common cold, boosts our immune system, boosts our brain activity, boosts productivity. Sex is absolutely amazing what it does. And we think we're just having a simple act, but there's so much more going on inside. But there's benefits to the relationship as well. When we are having this pleasurable experience, such as sex, inside there are chemicals being released in our bodies, such as vasopressin, oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin. And what these really fantastic feel-good, they call them feel-good hormones, they actually create a feeling of bonding, of love, of generosity. We want those kinds of feelings in our relationship. And this is why a lot of women, when they're single and they have really good sex with a man, they will feel they are head over heels in love with him, even though he is no good. And they're trying to convince him to be in a relationship. That's why I teach sex, within the relationship. Because, of this reason. Sex is meant for relationships, meant for people that are committed to each other because of these hormones that are released that give you that feeling of love and bonding and generosity. And it's to be used within our relationship to keep you connected and in love and feeling fantastic about each other. So you want to keep sex a priority in your relationship. You don't want to, tell your man no, to sex, because he's going to, even though in your mind you feel like you're saying no to sex, he's going to take that like you're saying no to him, like you're not accepting him. I don't know if anyone has seen that commercial. It's an Excedrin commercial, and the husband and wife are in bed, and then she's like, "Oh, my headache's gone." And he cuts off the light thing, he's going to get some loving, and she's like, "Not even going to happen." I want to throw my TV every time I see that. And I'm like, why are you talking to your husband like that? Like, why are you saying, not going to happen? You are his wife. When you sign up to be a man's wife, you sign up to be his loving supplier. So don't get stingy with it. No. You are married to this man. And then even if you have to up your libido, ladies, our hormones can fluctuate and things can happen within our bodies that can, mess with our libidos. Do your best to up your libido, to keep your man satisfied. It's so very important. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to ask me about it. Tip number 9, keep an open mind and keep it spicy. If it's lingerie, new sex acts, sharing fantasies and wish lists, role playing. I'm sorry, there's a little one in here. But the marriage bed is undefiled. If it involves motor oil, Jell-O, duct tape, and a rubber ducky. That is you and your husband's business.
That's true. That's true.
If you two are happy and having a good time, that is all that matters.
All right.
Yes, you are going to be married for years and years and years. If you want to be married, until death, till death do us part. So you can't keep having the same old sex. If it becomes boring and mundane, then you're going to begin experiencing problems within the rest of your relationship. And we don't want that. And then tip number 10, what you did to get him, do that and more to keep him. We don't want to just fall off again, like I said, because we got the ring. We want to keep it up and keep improving, keep making that man happy. If he is getting that love and support at home and, amazing loving, and, he knows that his woman is where he feels peace, where he feels safe, where he feels loved, he's going to be a happy man. He's not going to see a need to look elsewhere. You're not going to have those kinds of worries because you are fulfilling your man. It's very difficult to be a man, especially a black man in today's society. They are shown all the time, you can be killed and no one cares. They are beaten down all the time, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You want him to be able to come home to find peace and solace within you. And if he is getting that, then you guys are going to be okay. Right? Again, my name is Nikki Ransom-Alfred. You can visit me at www.nikkiransom.com. I'm going to have some cards on the back table as well. Feel free to call me with any concern, question. Nothing is off limits.